What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Caesar Emanuel of Black Ink Crew, New York, attempted to clear his name with an elaborate press conference Thursday and stop what he thinks is a scheme by his baby mama to rip his life apart. Earlier this week, it was reported that Emanuel is suing his baby mama, Krista Torres, for accusing him of physically abusing and neglecting their daughter. Caesar alleged that he's only suing Crystal because of her repeating and elaborating the claim that his 17-year-old daughter Cheyenne made in January, that he pulled her out of the shower and beat her. Caesar explained that the statement is an alleged lie and he merely disciplined his daughter by taking away her belongings. Now he's taking legal action, filing a lawsuit for defamation against Crystal for publicly asserting that he was a child abuser. Caesar said in the press conference that it was a shame that since he's now famous, Crystal sees him as a target. Caesar calls Crystal his biggest obstacle and says that it's sad that with most black men who succeed, there's always a baby mama or somebody trying to tear them down. Let's analyze that last statement. With most black men who succeed, there's always a baby mama or somebody trying to tear them down. Let's just take the words for what they are, right? Luckily, I'm not one of those black men, right? My children's mother, I think this baby mama thing, that's a problem right there. That's problematic, that phrase. It sounds hood, it sounds irresponsible, right? But when you talk about a mother, right, you're talking about somebody different, something special, right? And I do believe that a lot of these dudes, they know what they're getting when they're getting into it, right? And so they can't be mad when it come back that way. Because a lot of cats, and I'm not saying this is dude's situation, I don't know what his situation was, how he went into it, but I'm sure there was some red flags somewhere along the line that this woman was gonna be problematic. I think if you raise the bar and you choose to procreate with a woman who has character, who has substance, who has integrity, who has a good heart, even if y'all fall apart and you hit that wall, eventually you'll come back around and you'll be able to love each other again. But before all of that, automatically, you'll at least be civil toward one another. And that's the problem. A lot of people that are having these baby mama problems, they wasn't civil toward one another even when they were in a relationship. So what do you think is gonna happen once the relationship is over? It's gonna be way worse. So fortunately for me, I never had that issue. I never had that issue at all. Yeah, it's been perfect? Absolutely not. But all of this getting on the internet, airing out your problems, and the children on the internet talking bad about you and cussing you out. And I mean, some of these kids, some of these celebrity kids especially, you know, I'm saying celebrity kids because we really don't talk about other kids, but they're out there too. I mean, I've seen kids talk real bad about their parents. It's just regular kids. But some of these celebrity kids, man, that's some of the worst. I think this is the first time I've ever heard of a person doing an interview to specifically address a baby mama. Like, we got to be real careful about these generalizations. And I know he said that with most black men who succeed, you have a baby mama that may try to tear them down. Let me tell you something also. With most people who succeed, you're going to have people trying to tear them down, trying to get their money, trying to get in their pockets, trying to provoke them. People are always trying to get in your pockets when you succeed. So that's for everybody, all the way across the board. As far as baby mamas, if you succeed and it's a situation where the baby mama ain't getting what she thinks she's supposed to get, oh, she coming for you. So that's not exclusive. This baby mama drama is not exclusive to black men. We ain't got the baby mama drama on lock. I think that it's important that we don't allow our emotions to get away from us when we find ourselves under attack by a woman. And we stay away from these generalizations. Yeah, he didn't say all, but it wasn't even necessary for him to even make that point at all. You see? Because what it does is that it gives these clowns and these bitter dudes ammunition to see that's what I'm talking about. Oh man, yeah, that's what they do. That's all they do. It gives them ammunition. Like, don't get suckered into that. Vice versa. Women, when you're going through it, don't get suckered into it. Don't get suckered into those generalizations. Not all, but it seems like most black women that are successful, most black women that try to do the right thing, men will cheat on them and they got to deal with these men. Like, we already know once you identify black, we already know that the opposite of that gender is who you're targeting, who you're talking about. And it opens the door for people to disparage that gender, a whole gender. So if you notice, I stay away from those type of generalizations because I personally don't think it's fair for the women out there who are about their business. Same thing that I do with like youngsters. A lot of times people be like, man, these youngsters, they lost and all this type of stuff. But I know too many youngsters that's got it together. And so I'm not gonna put it out there like that and, take a dump on them when they're handling their business. Now, I'm gonna call out specific cases, one by one. I'm gonna call it out. Now, it's a difference if you got a culture like policing. Policing is a culture. It's a culture of disrespect, corruption, murder, brutalization. That's a culture. Racism. But we got to be very careful with these generalizations when it comes to genders. As I said, I don't know what dude is going through. I don't know his situation, but I did hear something that sparked my interest and I thought it would be a good discussion to have with you guys. I hope dude figure it out. I hope that he mends his relationship with his daughter and the mother and him can at least be civil toward one another. Because at the end of the day, the kids suffer the most, right? Fam, I see way too many emotional dudes and women, specifically black, who attack one another, all in their feelings, making these generalizations. Many of them got daughters and sons. If you're a man, I want to know, how do you hate black women so much but love your daughter or your mother? If you're a woman and you got a son, how do you hate black men so much? How do you put so much bad information out there? So much disparaging information out there about men, but you claim to love your son, who will one day be a man. You're just making his life harder. I don't know if you know that. We are a resilient people who have survived a lot in this country. We have won many wars, but one war we absolutely cannot win is a gender war. You want to help white supremacy in trying to destroy black people? Keep on. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?